My name is Traci, and I will be guiding you through a quick, gentle flow that you can do really any time of the day if you'd like to use it to help you wake up the body in the morning or unwind after a long day. It's really perfect whenever you decide that you just need a little bit of a break. I recommend having a blanket and bolster. Also, if you have blocks, that's great. And at some point, Grady, my cat, will probably be joining us. Don't mind him, he's just a little kitty yogi. So let's get started in a comfortable seat. Grounding down through your sits bones, you can rest your hands on your thighs or knees. And as you inhale, just pull up tall through the spine and lift through the crown of the head. And then exhale as you follow your breath back down from crown to root. Inhaling through the nose as you inflate the belly, expand the ribs, lift the chest. And then exhale as you send your breath back down through your chest cavity, your rib cage, emptying out the belly completely. Sealing off the lips and just continuing with this breath for a few more rounds on your count. Doing it in 3 parts as you expand the belly, the ribs, and the chest on the inhale. And then as you exhale, following the breath back down from your chest through your ribs, ultimately feeling your navel hug towards your spine. And you're welcome to close your eyes or keep a soft gaze. And the next time you exhale, flicker open your eyes. And take your left hand and place it behind your head. Inhale to pull up tall, and as you exhale, lean over to the right. Really focusing on opening up your chest towards the sky. Maybe resting your forearm or your fingertips on the mat beside you. And then inhale as you come back through center. And as you exhale, switch hands. Right hand behind your head. Left forearm resting on the mat. Inhale to pull up tall. Exhaling as you lean right. Inhale through center. Exhale left. See if you can open up that right shoulder a little bit more. Last round, inhaling through center. Exhale left. Inhaling back through center. And exhaling right. This time, when you inhale, coming back to center, exhale of course, take your left hand and place it on your right knee. Inhale to pull up tall. And then as you exhale, just look over your right shoulder, coming into a very gentle twist. Continuing to breathe. Pulling up tall on the inhale to create space. And exhaling, maybe turning your head a little bit more towards the right. Next, inhale, come back through center. And as you exhale, place your right hand on your left knee. Inhale to pull up tall. And then exhale, looking over the left shoulder. Taking a few rounds of breath here. Maybe matching the length of your inhale to the length of your exhale. Next, inhale, come back through center. And we'll just turn to face the top of our mat, coming to our tabletop, stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Your toes can be tucked or untucked. Really focusing on doming the upper back and pressing the floor away from you, fingertips spread wide. And on your next inhale, we'll come into cow, sending your tailbone high as you drop your belly, draw your chest forward and your gaze up. And then as you exhale, coming into cat, tucking the tailbone, rounding the spine, pulling your chin into your chest. Inhaling for cow as you wrap your side body towards your spine, gazing up. Exhaling for cat as you pull your side body away from you and draw your chin towards your chest. Continue on your breath. About 10 more seconds. I'll keep count so you don't have to. You can go slowly or as quickly as you like. The next time you come through cow, just return to your neutral tabletop. And on an inhale, extend your right leg long behind you, staying up on the toes, just gently rocking back and forth. You can pause where it feels good, maybe noticing a stretch in your right calf. Inhaling as you glide forward, exhaling as you rock back. And on your next inhale, just pick up your toes, maybe bringing your heel in line with your hip, centering your weight over the center of your mat. And as you exhale, draw your knee into your chest. Inhaling to extend. Exhale as you tuck and round. Inhaling to extend. This time, if you'd like to challenge your balance, maybe you raise your left arm up to frame your ear, fingertips pointing, thumb pointing towards the sky. Take an inhale. Exhale, drawing your elbow to your knee. Inhale to extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. And then exhale as you return to your tabletop. We'll just take a few hip circles here. Inhale as you raise your right knee in line with your hip. And just begin to circle clockwise 3 times. Inhaling as you lift. Exhaling as you lower. Next time you lift, switch directions. And then inhale to extend that leg long behind you once again. And this time as you exhale, draw your knee into your chest, come up on tented fingertips, and plant your foot between your hands. Coming into a low lunge here, stacking your right knee over your ankle. And on an inhale, just circle your arms up, bringing your hands to prayer at heart center. Take a few breaths here. Next, inhale, lift up a little bit taller through the spine. As you exhale, come into a mini back bend. Bringing your arms to goalposts. Drawing your shoulder blades together behind you. Keep breathing. Think about pressing into the mat with the ball mound of your right foot as if you're trying to stretch it longer. And then inhale back to center. And as you exhale, lower your fingertips to blocks or the floor. And rock back, coming into a half split. Inhale as you glide forward. Exhaling as you rock back. Inhale to come forward. Exhale. Rock back, flexing those toes towards your face. Inhale to come forward. This time, anchor your left hand to your mat, swivel your left toes towards the left side of your mat. Just swing your right leg around, coming into a modified side plank. Now you can stay right here, or you can bring your right hand to the back of your head, opening up your chest a little bit more. And if you like, you can lift that right leg with foot flexed up to hip height. Wherever you are, take an inhale. And as you exhale, just draw your knee and your elbow towards one another. Or if your foot is down on the floor, simply draw your knee in towards your chest. Do what feels right for you. Remember, it's not Simon Says, it's yoga. We'll do this 3 more times. Inhaling as you crunch. Exhaling as you extend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, coming up into your gate pose. And then we're just going to crawl around to the back of our mat, coming into pigeon. So, just toe heel your right foot over to the left side of your mat. And you may want your blanket or block here to place under your hips. And lower your right knee towards your right hand, coming into proud pigeon. If you like, you could come forward onto a bolster or down on your forearms. And it doesn't matter if your shin is parallel to the front of your mat. Do what feels right for you. It can be a little bit more taxing on the knee, but a little bit easier on the other joints if your heel is closer to your hip. So just play around with it, see what feels right for you. Perhaps noticing a stretch in your right IT band. On your next inhale, you back up to your proud pigeon and move any props that you might have. And just come back into your tabletop. Maybe taking a hip circle or two just to get those fluids moving again. Just taking any movements that your body calls for. And then extending your left leg behind you, staying up on the toes. On an exhale, gliding back. Inhale as you rock forward. Feeling free to linger if your body is craving more stretch in that left calf. And each side can be different. Next time you come forward, lift your toes off the earth, press the floor away from you. See if you can get your heel in line with your hip. And on an exhale, draw your knee in towards your chest. And then inhale to extend. Exhale as you tuck and round. Inhale to extend. This time, option to challenge your balance by raising your right arm up to shoulder height, thumb pointing towards the sky. Taking an inhale as you reach through the fingertips and your heel, and then exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale as you extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. And then exhale as you return to your neutral tabletop. Next, inhale, raise your knee up to hip height. And then as you exhale, lower down and around. Inhaling as you come up, circling that hip. A few times in one direction. And then switch directions. And on an inhale, extend that left leg long behind you. And as you exhale, draw your knee into your chest and plant your left foot between your hands. Coming back into that low lunge. Keeping your knee in line with your ankles. Pressing down through the ball mound of the left foot for stability. And then on an inhale, circling your arms up. Bringing your hands to heart center. Pulling up tall. As you exhale, bring your arms to goalposts, drawing your shoulders together behind you. Think about lifting through the sternum rather than dumping into your lower back. Taking another cycle of breath here. Next, inhale, come back through center. Bringing your hands to prayer. And then as you exhale, lowering your hands to blocks or the floor as you sit back towards your right heel, flexing your left toes towards your face, coming into a half split. Inhaling as you glide forward. And then exhaling as you rock back. Go at your pace. If it feels good to hold the stretch or the lunge for longer, then by all means, do so. This is your body and your practice. Next time you come forward, anchor your right hand, swivel your right toes towards the right side of your mat, extending your left leg behind you, off to the side, foot flat on the floor, coming into your modified side plank. Same options apply. You can keep your hand on your hip, you can bring it behind your head, or you can even bring your arm up to frame your ear. Do what feels right for you. And again, it might be different on this side. But wherever you are, on your inhale, lift that back leg up, and then as you exhale, draw your elbow to your knee, or simply draw your knee towards your chest. Inhaling as you extend, exhaling, elbow to knee. Inhaling to extend, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to extend, and then as you exhale, lowering down, inhaling, coming up into your gate pose just for a moment. And then as you exhale, just swiveling around to the other side of your mat, back where we started. Coming into our pigeon. If you need your blanket, as I do, under your hip. We want to make sure there's no space between our hip and the floor. And then just inhaling as we pull up tall. And you can stay right here. Or if it feels good, coming onto your forearms. Maybe noticing a deeper stretch in your IT band. Resting here for a few breaths. We're going for sensation, but not pain. Yoga should never hurt. inhale, back upright. And then just sit off to the side, move your prop, if you have one. And bring the sole of your foot either to your calf or your thigh, just avoiding the knee joint, coming into Janu Shirshasana. Inhaling to pull up tall, and as you exhale, square your torso over your right hip and begin to just walk forward to whatever degree feels right for you, flexing those right toes towards your face. Maybe you grab on for your foot, or maybe you simply rest your forearms on either side of your thigh or calf. But each time you inhale, think about lengthening to create space. And as you exhale, just see if you can sink a little bit deeper and surrender. On your next inhale, just walk your hands back, coming to an upright position. And then as you exhale, switching sides. Inhaling as you square your torso over your left leg. And then exhaling as you fold forward. Think about where you can soften, relax, even if you're experiencing discomfort. Maybe it's the muscles in your face. Maybe it's your fingers. On your next inhale, walk yourself upright. And if you have a bolster, or you can even just use a blanket rolled up. So this is actually not the way I want it, but you can use it like this if that works for you. But wherever you are, I'm using a bolster. So I'm just backing my hips right up to the short end of my bolster. And then coming back into a supported fish pose. It's just a nice heart opener to end our practice. And you can rest your hands, palms facing up or down on your mat. You can bring them to your belly. You can extend your legs long, or you can bring the soles of your feet together. You can even bring your soles to the floor, pointing your knees towards the sky. If you have blocks, you may want to place them under your knees for support. And just settle in for a few moments of silence. Breathing normally. Practice to land. stay here as long as you like. When you're ready, just rolling over onto your favorite side and pressing yourself back up into a comfortable seat. Your eyes can remain closed, or you can keep a soft gaze. Bringing your hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Thank you so much for joining me today and sharing your energy. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or evening. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you always have peace.